Hoover police investigating a very strange disappearance. They are searching for Carlee Russel. She goes by Carlee, and investigators say that Carlee vanished after reportedly seeing a toddler walking down I-459.
We just want to have her back home safe.
Hoover police tell us they got a call that Carlee returned home to her family's house here in Hoover, leaving many with questions.
Highway, and a fucking baby was running on the highway.
There were moments when she physically had to fight for her life, and there were moments when she had to mentally fight for her life, mentally.
Welcome to Unsolicited, where I make videos about things that nobody asked me to. The girl's a liar. Today we finna talk about Carletha Jussie Smollett Russell's disappearance. Unless you've been living in a pineapple under the sea with SpongeBob and them, then you've heard about the disappearance of Alabama native Carlee Russell. On the evening of July 13, 2023, Carlee went missing on Interstate 459 in Hoover, Alabama. Carlee had been driving along the interstate and claimed to see a toddler walking on the side of the road and called 911. She pulled over to check on the child in question while she was on the phone with her sister-in-law. Her sister-in-law said she heard Carlee ask the child if he was okay, and then she heard her scream, and Carlee was gone. Footage from the highway cameras show Carlee pulling up to the shoulder of the road with her hazards on. She gets out of the car, walks to the passenger side, and then she disappears into the woods. Her red Mercedes was left running with the door open, and her personal belongings like her wig, hat, cell phone, and purse were left behind. There was no sign of Carlee or the child that she was trying to help. Carlee went missing for a total of 48 hours. During that time, law enforcement deployed every resource possible to find this nutter butter. Crime Stoppers raised $63,000 to aid in her search, and private search teams of family members, friends, and others in the community were out looking for Carlee.
This is where Carlee was last seen, here on I-459 near John Hawkins Parkway in Hoover. On Thursday evening, police say Carlee called 911 saying a toddler was walking down the side of the interstate. After calling police, she stopped to get the child and called a family member. When police arrived, they found her car and belongings nearby, but no sign of her or the child. Family members now on the search for Carlee, her parents desperate for her return.
To keep applying the pressure to keep this thing going. We really want this to blow up. We want the word of the day to be Carlee. We just want to have her back home safe.
Me personally, when I heard the news, I was very disturbed because human trafficking is an ongoing global issue, and I thought some evil person used the toddler as bait to snatch a young girl up. And then hearing that Carlee was only 25 and that she was a nursing student, I felt for her. I was screaming, find Carlee, find Carlee. I was like, they better have that same energy that they had for that submarine and find this young black girl. I prayed for this coconut. I said, Lord, please bring Carlee home, and that he did. 48 hours after her disappearance, Carlee arrived back at her home on foot and was then taken to the hospital. That was the only information we knew at the time. Her boyfriend did post a statement where he mentioned an abductor and Carlee having to fight for her life and that she was traumatized. When Carlee returned home safely, the red flags started popping up. I started hearing people saying it's a hoax, she's lying, blah, blah, blah. And I was defending her. I said, not too much on Carlee now. I was like, don't call her a liar without even hearing her story. I said, would you have preferred she died? Like, why are y'all panini pressed that she's alive and safe? But then you start hearing things like Carlee's 911 call is the only account of a toddler walking along the highway and nobody has even reported a child missing. It's like, that's interesting. Then I start hearing rumors that she was failing at a nursing school and that her boyfriend was cheating on her and this whole thing was a ploy to get his attention. And I ain't gonna lie, I could see how he put a spell on her. I mean, I could see how he had her a little Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. There was also a rumor that her cousin picked her up and took her to the Red Roof Inn. And then when her parents do this interview and they say a whole lot of nothing, talking about they can't say anything about the case, that also raises several red flags.
Anything leading to the case itself, we can't discuss that. She's having to deal with the trauma of people just making completely false allegations about her. Carlee has given detectives her statement so that they can continue to pursue her abductor.
Do you believe that there's an abductor still out there?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you believe she was fighting for her life?
Oh, she definitely fought for her life. There were moments when she physically had to fight for her life, and there were moments when she had to mentally fight for her life.
Why is her mom saying she had to fight for her life physically and mentally? Mentally? As in one flew over the cuckoo's nest? That's when I was like, And the fact that they weren't releasing any information in the national case was very sus. Lo and behold, we get an official press conference from the Hoover Police Department where they tell us all the facts they know about the disappearance of Carlee Russell. They begin by playing the 911 call where Carlee reports a toddler walking on the side of the highway.
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there is a kid just walking by themselves. How old do they look? Like a toddler, like maybe like 3 or 4. I think it's a boy, a little boy. Right now? Okay, so is he wearing clothes? What is he wearing? It's a white t-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper. And you don't see any cars anywhere? No, no cars anywhere.
First of all, Carlee says she sees no cars anywhere. Mind you, she's on a highway and there's cars passing right by her, yet she's the only one who saw a kid. I don't know who she saw, what she saw, the ghost of Christmas past, I don't know. Data collected from Carlee's phone show that she traveled 600 yards while on the phone with police, talking about she's following a 3 to 4 year old. 600 yards is 6 football fields long. What baby has the stamina to walk 6 football fields long? Unless it's the child of Usain Bolt. Like, the girl's a liar. The girl's a liar. The police also traced Carlee's steps leading up to her disappearance, where they learned that she had stole items from the spa that she worked at. She stole a robe and toilet paper from her job. She also bought some snacks from Target, a granola bar, and some Cheez-Its, I believe. Hearing this, I'm so confused at what the plan was. Like, the robe, the toilet paper, like, was she gonna be chilling in the woods wearing the robe, but she needed to wipe her butt? You know what I mean? She wasn't gonna wipe her butt with some leaves, right? So she needed the toilet paper, and then she was gonna be eating the snacks and chilling with the animals like she's Tarzan or something. I don't know what the plan was. Carlee had also purchased food for her and a relative from Tzatziki's, which is a Mediterranean restaurant. Police found the Tzatziki's in the car, but the stuff she stole from her job and the snacks were nowhere to be found. According to the statement Carlee gave the police, she got out of her car to check on the kid. A man was also there who said he was checking on the kid, but then he grabbed her and put her in the back of a car, and then the next thing she remembers, she's in the back of an 18-wheeler. And none of this is in the footage. We just see her descending into the woods. That's it. She said her kidnappers were a man and a woman. She said she never saw the woman and that she also heard a baby crying. She said the man had orange hair and a bald spot. So basically, Ronald McDonald kidnapped Carlee. Clowns kidnapping clowns. Actually, I think Ronald McDonald has red hair, so maybe it was Ice Spice. I don't know. She said these people blindfolded her, but they didn't tie her up because they didn't want to leave indents on her wrists. How kind. Then she said they took her to a house, made her get undressed, and only took pictures of her. She then said the next day they gave her some crackers and the woman played with her hair. This is such a wholesome kidnapping. The next thing she remembers, they put her in a car and somehow she was able to escape the car and walk through some woods, and then boom, she was home. I guess she followed a trail of breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel, and that's how she got home. When they found her, she had an injury to her lip and she had a sock on with $107 cash in it. Mind you, prior to her disappearing, she was Googling how to steal money from a register and not get caught. She also searched some other interesting things.
On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term "you have to pay for an Amber Alert" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "how to take money from a register without being caught" was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "Birmingham bus station" was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. There were 2 searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy, we will not be releasing the content of those searches at this time.
How does one plan a kidnapping hoax and then search the movie Taken the day of? This is why she was failing nursing school. Baby, you gotta critically think, like, come on now. And then in this hilarious resurfaced tweet, she says, "Taken 2 is my movie." Girl, if you wanted to be the star of Taken 4, just say that. Like, was this your audition? Method acting? The police also say there were some other searches on Carlee's phone that gave insight into her mindset at the time. So she must have been going through something, but that's no excuse. If you need help, there's resources. You don't go stage a kidnapping. She wasted so much time, money, resources, prayers, and made a mockery of all the people who have actually been abducted and actually have been sold into human trafficking, and those who haven't been found that are still fighting for their lives as we speak. She also embarrassed me. As a young Black woman, I'm embarrassed that she did this. Embarrassed. Especially because the stories of Black women are already diminished. This just makes it worse. There's already missing people with true stories whose stories did not get this much media attention. There needs to be consequences, but the police have not discussed anything like that yet because they don't even have the full story from her. But I wonder what they're gonna do. Like, are they gonna fine her, community service? I don't know if they're gonna throw her in the slammer. I don't know about all that. She needs to be admitted to a facility. The 48 hours that Carlee was missing is still unaccounted for. The family says she's traumatized and not ready to talk about it yet, but the police chief said, best believe we're gonna find out the truth. So we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know when Carlee's gonna be ready to talk, but I'll be ready to listen. With that being said, that's it. That's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all things that YouTubers be telling people to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye.